The Anker PowerHouse. Dude, yeah. Now, first thing is, you'll see this little round inset here underneath the AC socket, and you may wonder, what is that for? Well, actually, Anker plans to release, it's not yet on the market, but they plan to release a solar panel to charge this bad boy up. And I will be first in line, yes. So, but that's what that's for. It's for, as of right now, unreleased solar panel input. Then an AC socket, 4 USB ports, 12 volt out, and then the input for charging the power bank itself. And I'll go ahead and treat what I mentioned in my written review, just in case you come across the same concerns. This is the transformer brick, and while this was charging off a power hub, I was getting, well, to me, concerning temperature reads of above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. It was like around 123 Fahrenheit. And it was like at very specific points along the seam, as well as on the back. And my experience has been, well, frankly, limited to measuring inside USB housings. And when you get anything above 110 degrees within a USB house, that is a danger sign. So when I saw 123 off a transformer brick, I was like, is that supposed to be like that? And then when I changed power sources, when I actually switched to a completely different strip, which was actually a Belkin power strip, the temperature dropped. So I was like, okay, so maybe it's my hub causing it. The temperature actually dropped to 109 degrees. But I contacted Anker technical support, relaying my concern. I had a video document, and they came back, which I shared with in my text review, with an answer that completely, absolutely, okay, satisfied me. So no problems. But I do want to point it out, because I know there's probably going to be at least one person out there in the world that will like, dude, that's like hot. No, it's actually well within national safety standards, and you can always, it's probably due to whatever power source you're charging the bank through. Just switch to something a bit more, well, powerful than what you're using. So take that into account. So it is a 2-prong wire that you plug in, and it's a pretty lengthy cord. So, and this part has like a little Velcro strap on it to make it easy. All right, so there's that aspect, and get it untangled with my charging cord. Now, as for the whole power display, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the AC one. As you can see, as soon as you hit one of the buttons, AC, USB, gives a little graphic there, 12 volt. They all can be used simultaneously. I had at one point, I think the most, I had my heat massage pad coming out of my 12 volt, because it only powers off 12 volt. That was it's an integrated cord. And I've gotten around that with those car jump start batteries that you jumpstart your car with. Well, a lot of them have a multiple voltage output, 12 volt, 16 volt, and 19 volt. And I've actually been using those with that little barrel pin adapter to run my heat massage. Well, with this, I can actually use the cord that was included with my heat massage pad and run it directly off this pad. And, of course, get a far longer time. So I had that going. I had at the minimum at least 2 USB, those little RGB party lights that change and move according to the music. I had at least 2 of those running at the same time. Plus, I would occasionally charge my phone and other folks around me, their phone. And, of course, the AC socket, which I was actually using to power a boombox. It was a Bluetooth boombox with a rechargeable battery, but I just kept it constantly in. So that probably didn't have much of an impact. My heat massage share probably had the most. Also, though, I want to point out, it does work with things like Qualcomm 2.0 adapters, both car, yes, as well as AC. So you can plug something in like this, because even though these are just limited to 5 volt, you can still get Qualcomm quick charging at 9 volt, 12 volt, that sort of thing, by just plugging in a QC2 adapter, be it wall or socket. It does work. It charges up my Samsung Galaxy S6, which I'm using right now to shoot this video, at fast charging. 9 volt, 1.5 amps. Yes, baby. But the USB itself is limited to 5 volts, but they're like, I'm guessing, rated up to at least 2.4 amps each, and that's all of them simultaneously. So very cool stuff. Now, the whole time display, you'll see 20 hours there. That really does vary. I've already charged this up to full. When I first got it, charged up to full, played around with it, and then right before my weekend, I charged it up to full, and it shows 30 hours as its like full display. That's what it shows as its default, with nothing plugged in, nothing running. Then I charged it up to full after that weekend, because that 16 hours used pretty much left me like, you basically equated to like 23 hours. Once again, I think it was probably the heat massage pad. And so even though, while that 16 hours used, once I unplugged, the display showed 7 hours remaining, which, wow, that's not bad considering what I was doing, huh? And then I've charged it up to full, and as you can see, I'm showing 20 hours. And that's because all during the week I've been running various tests, just, AC, USB simultaneously. And it basically, what you see as the capacity without anything plugged in isn't very precise. It does give a very good idea before you plug anything, because a lot of power loads aren't really going to have a significant impact per hours. And I'm talking even AC socket. When I plugged in my Qualcomm 2.0 thing here and plugged it in, I accidentally hit the button there with a thing. So you gotta watch out for that. But as I was running the 12 volt out, 9 volt out through the Qualcomm to my phone and charging it at fast speeds, the hour display did not change at all. But once I started adding additional loads like USB and what have you, the hour display would go down, showing like you have, let's say, 18 hours left. And I would do it for a half an hour and then unplug, and then I'll be back. And once everything was unplugged, it would show 20 hours again. So I really want to bring that up to home, that even though it does have like a little battery display meter there, as you can see, the whole hour thing isn't very precise, and it really is, though, a very easy to understand at a glance method to get an idea while everything's running at the same time. You plug everything in you're going to need, and you can look at the display because it automatically calculates the total wattage being outputted and gives you your actual hours remaining. So I do like the hours remaining. I think that's a fantastic idea. Just make sure you're grasping on the idea. It's not very precise when nothing's running, but when things are in there and going, yes, love it. And on the whole, it is very lightweight. Well, I shouldn't say lightweight. It's a lot lighter than I was expected. It is easily portable with one hand. It's not like and it is small. I am a bit dismayed that a simple padded neoprene case or something didn't come with it. I mean, it was securely packaged, yes, and it is a nice, sturdy construction. It is small, but dude, at this price point, you'd expect at least like a little padded sleeve of some sort. It doesn't. However, as I mentioned in my written review, this is small, and it fits in backpacks. It's a bit of hefty weight on the back, but it fits in backpacks or duffel bags or anything like that. It's just if you're going to put it in a backpack or a duffel bag, make sure you've got something with good, strong stitching, because, yeah, it's lightweight for what it is, but it still has some serious, solid heft. So anything with weak stitching, you want to make sure you've got something with good, strong stitching if you're going to carry it or store it in that manner. And who knows, maybe Anker will take it upon themselves to include something as simple as like just a neoprene carry storage travel case, something like that. But all in all, pretty fantastic stuff. So there it all is, though. It's everything I can think of at the time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Otherwise, I hope you guys have yourself a great one.